or he found Ignis, excuse me. I slowly came to, feeling the warmth gradually return to my extremities. Ooh, thank you, Jesus. Given the environment, the piercing cold was inescapable. At the very least, I could breathe without pain, and I no longer shivered. I'm alive. I opened my eyes only to realize that I was inside of an igloo. Am I on the inside of a beast stronghold? I sit up and I see that someone had tucked me into a thick blanket. Is this beast fur? It seems that my survival against the unforgiving cold was all thanks to this blanket. I wonder who gave me this. Now then, where was I anyway? Half scared, I glanced around the igloo's interior. Then I eyed the exit. Oh! New person. Hi! Thank you for saving my life. I make eye contact with a small young boy who was unlike other beast children. He didn't resemble the bunnies. Instead, he had a pair of fuzzy ears and a wispy tail like a fox. Yep, definitely not the beast rabbit girl. Although he was watching me closely, which I took to mean he stood guard, he showed reluctance to approach me. Were you the one that saved me? Okay, thanks. You saved my life. Not one for many words, huh? He nodded plainly, and although he was, for the most part, expressionless, I detected no hostility from him. Then, other beasts of adult age entered. They poked their heads through the entrance. They acted cautiously, half out of concern for me, and half for themselves. Oh, what about Kororo? I fully came to and raised my voice. Someone came rushing inside from outside the igloo, shoving the beast out of his way. You better check your fucking drone. Oh, Ignis, Kororo! The firewolf, the man I wanted to see, came rushing in. In his hand, he held Kororo. Yay, we're back together again! According to Kororo, this hideout was situated near one of the Minotaur strongholds that Ignis was after. Once I had been taken into this hideout, Kororo searched for Ignis, swimming through the sea to find him. Ignis noticed Kororo underneath the ice floor and was guided here. In turn, I told Ignis about how I was tossed into the gate to Bestia. After I finished my story, Ignis sat disheartened.
前に起きたゲートの不具合や天崎島の時とは別みてえだな。明らかに人為的なもんだ。
Yes, I hadn't even entered the gate room in the first place. I think someone entered Enchante through the gate and dragged me here. I figured that the only person capable of taking me to Bestia had to be a beast from here.
店にいた箱入りやカヌスが敵意に気づかなかったとなると、かなりの手だれが。
I want to say Dromi did say something like, "Oh, I could sneak around and stuff." Maybe I'm confusing that for another story, another character, but I'm still sus of Dromi. Real talk.
そいつの姿や声は
They were completely silent. No, they covered my eyes and mouth. They didn't say a word either. I was assaulted from behind too. I don't even think Kororo, who was in my arms, saw them.
これまでの経緯を考えるに、アルムムの可能性が。
You would notice. You would notice because how swole that the Minotaur's be. No, it's Dromy.
連中のあの図体じゃ、アンシャンテのゲートはくぐれねえよな。
You're right. They'd probably get stuck in the door. And I'm pretty sure you would feel claws on the side of your face, so it cannot be a Minotaur. It was a comical but surreal thought. I pulled up the covers as they slid down my shoulders. I took a deep breath, happy to be liberated from the hellish cold. I could finally stretch my fingers as they warmed. Oh, by the way, any idea why the beast decided to save me? The beast whose custody I was in didn't seem like much of a warring tribe. I wondered if I threatened them. As I contemplated the thought, the boy near the entrance spoke up at last.
匂い
Oh, what? Huh?
匂いがついてた。そこのイグニスの。
Ah, we haven't been in contact that long for my scent to transpose on him, or his scent to transpose on me. Oh. Ignis's scent? Is that why he saved me? What did it all mean? Means Ignis must have saved them.
なんつうか。俺はこっちで喧嘩の他にも地元やこいつらみてえな魔獣の用心棒みたいなのをしててな。
Oh, that's why you kept traveling back and forth to Bestia.
ああ、つっても俺が勝手に独善的にやってることだ。接触したところでビビらせるだけだし、直接会話をすることはほとんどねえんだけどよ。
Aww.
うん。最初は怖かったよ。あなたのこと。でも今は違う。
Ignis's eyes lit up at the boy's fragmented yet sincere remark.
噂で聞いた。あなたが不殺の魔獣で、そこのパークスを助けるためにアルムムと戦ったって。それを聞いて自分が恥ずかしくなった。僕たちだって昔あなたにアルムムに全員狩られそうなところを助けてもらったのに、一方的に怖がって、それからも守ってもらってたのにお礼も言わなかった。だから少しでもその償いと恩返しができればってその子を助けたんだ。
Well, I really appreciate it. Thank you. After hearing the boy's story, Ignis marched over to him. Please don't punch him. Oh, okay. With his big rugged hands, he patted the boy's head. Nah, it's so cute. Why isn't there a CG for it?
恩だの償いだの、ガキが細けえことを気にすんな。けど、ありがとよ。お前が現れず、こいつがあのまま死んでたら。俺は死んでも死にきれねえほど後悔してた。
The boy placed his hand on the area where Ignis had just patted him. Frail beast boy, a weak demon beast boy who looks like, what the fuck, Sasha? Let me say it again. Frail beast boy, a weak demon beast boy who looks much like a fox, who was saved previously by Ignis, He doesn't talk much, but has a kind heart. Indeed he does, and he looks like a cutie pie.
役に立てたならよかった。
Ah. He smiled joyfully. Then, the snowfall began to lighten up, and I exited the igloo with Ignis, noticing someone running to us.
兄貴、こんなとこにいたんすね。お待たせしてすみませんす。
Bullshit! You tried to kill me! I know it's you! It has to be you. If it's not Dromy, that's a really good plot twist. But it's so convenient. How the hell, it had to be him. It had to be him. My eyes are locked on you, bastard.
本当に遅えよ。いやー、途中で吹雪にあってついうっかり迷子にってあれなんで店主さんがここにそれにコロロまで
Kororo frowned as soon as Dromy approached us. Because Kororo knows what's up too. He threw us in here. Oh, it's been it's been a bit of a story. Oh my god, Sasha. I can read y'all, I promise. Oh, it's a bit of a long story and a little complicated.
はあ、そりゃ災難っすね。アンシャンテの中にさえいれば安全だと思ってたっすのに。てか、店主さんに起きたこと考えると、アンシャンテのゲートの位置、その犯人の魔獣に割れてるんじゃ。
You do, motherfucker. You know about the portal in Enchante. And in order for the gate to activate to Bestia, it has to be opened by a beast. What other person is there? Oh, that's true.
くそ、新しい問題か。だが何をするにも今日はもう遅いし。仕方ね。俺の地元で一泊すっか。
Village? You mean wherever you come from is close to the settlement?
ああ、それにここに泊まったらまた前みてえに周りを俺の騒動に巻き込む可能性もあるしな。本当はゲートに戻るのが一番なんすけど、ここからじゃ微妙に遠いっすからね。天候も不安定っす。
Yes, I understand. We are in your debt for the night. Afterwards, I give the young beast boy my thanks for saving me, and I bid the others goodbye. We set out into the icy world to head toward Ignis's hometown. We gonna know where you come from. I wrapped myself in the woolly blanket which the boy had given me. It was the only deterrent against the unruly bestian winds, and I tagged close behind Ignis. From time to time, Ignis and Dromy would spot my footing, and we took breaks here and there to rest. We made our way through a narrow, winding path, climbing through glacial mountains and ice blocks. What the fuck? The layers of snow and ice darkened. The mysterious place seemed out of reach for explorers. Oh, wow. Unlike the rest of what I've seen here, settlements comprised of snow and ice. Throughout the interior and exterior of the settlement, everywhere I looked, I saw fire, a spectacle I had never laid eyes on. I had the feeling that this place was special. This is...
ああ、俺の地元、ヴィニトルの縄張りだ。
Venator territory. Ignis's homeland in a remote region of Bestia. Unlike the territory of other demon beasts, it has the characteristic of being lit with flames.
ああ、ちなみに俺も普段はここに世話になってるっす。
As we chatted at the entrance.
おお、イグニスか。こんな夜更けに襲撃かと思わず身構えたぞ。
It was an older person, probably in his 50s. He strangely resembled Ignis, but the firing covering his body was noticeably weaker. He appeared to be a fellow firewolf.
急に悪いな、おじき。空いてる寝床があれば一つ貸してくれねえか。
What your uncle look like? I wanna see!
それはもちろん構わんが。
The man Ignis addressed as his uncle eyed me with Kororo nestled in my arms. Oh, good evening. Ignis has been treating me kindly.
ああ、どうもご丁寧に。少なくとも凶暴な魔獣ではなさそうだが。お嬢さん、イグニスとはどんな関係で？
Huh? I was unsure of how to respond. What should I say? Under normal circumstances, I would say that he's a regular at my cafe, and that would be the end of it, but I don't think Ignis has told anyone about Enchante, has he? Oh gosh. Oh. Shit. That was chapter 2. Yeah, we'll just overwrite this. Alright. Let him respond. I would want to say, let him respond. Make up a story. Well, he asked me too, so that's another thing. Yeah, let's make up a story. I kind of want him to respond though. Cause he asked me. I don't like when people, like, if you ask me that I want to talk, but Ignis respond. I mean, yeah. If Ignis didn't tell anybody, then he should. I don't know. Okay, we'll go with my gut. If I'm wrong, well, I'm just wrong. It wouldn't be fair for me to break a secret Ignis. Let me read that again, y'all. It wouldn't be fair for me to break a secret Ignis may have been keeping. Instead, I decided to send an SOS signal to Ignis with my eyes. I think he got the clue, but... Oh, God.
あれだよ、
あれじゃあわからんのだが。
Child. His Unc ain't with that. Oh, Ignis. Maybe I should have said something.
うまく説明できねえんだよ。ちょっとした知り合いっつうか。
We are?
なるほど。若い娘さんなので、もしやとは思ったが、どうやら違うようだな。
とにかく一晩だけ世話になるぜ。
Ah, boo!
イグニスの知人ということであれば、 寝床の一つや二つ喜んで貸そう。
Alright, cool. I wish we could look at, see how he looks.
代わりと言ってはなんだが、イグニス、もう少しこっちに戻ってくる頻度を増やせんか。
Aww.
ああ、それは。
こんな秘境にわざわざ来る魔獣はおらんだろうが、過去のこともある。いざという時にお前がいないとなると。
Critical moment.
わかった。全処するよ。
Y'all don't have any fail safes for like if he's not around? Then y'all are doomed to fail. With that, the man arranged for a pair of igloos for us to use as lodging for the night. But what? It looks nice. Something peculiar caught my attention. I surveyed the compound as we were escorted. Even considering that it was past midnight, the firewolf population here was dramatically lower than I expect of a place this big. If I had to guess, I would say I saw no more than 20 firewolves at most. But they all had one thing in common. I feel like everybody's shocked to see you, Ignis.
俺はめったにこっちに戻ってこねえからな。ここにいるのが単に物珍しいんだろ。それにヴィニトルはいろいろあって、基本そんな好戦的な魔獣じゃねえんだ。
What?
だから喧嘩っ早い上に最強の魔獣だのを名乗ってる俺には近づきづれえんだろうな。
He mentioned that the only person he could be himself around was the man guiding us. He trusted the man read that again. He trusted the man whom he referred to as his uncle. I never knew he had a guardian. Ignis told all of this to me casually, a conversational aside as we walked. But for me, it began to stir some complex feelings inside of me.
よいしょっと。これだけの毛皮があれば店主さんもあったかいっすかね。
Indeed. Those should be more than enough. Thanks for bringing them over to me, Dromi. You cur.
お礼は無用っす。店主さんにはいつも美味しいアイスとコーヒーをもらってるんで。ところで、その
Get him, Kororo.
床にいるコロロがっすね。完全に俺を標的と定めてじわじわ近づいてきてんすけど、できれば噛まないように店主さんから言ってもらえると助かるっす。
I'd appreciate if he bit you. Just when I take my eyes off you. Bad boy, Kororo. No, good boy. He's doing you a favor. I believe it. Kororo backed away slightly discouraged, but thankfully it was enough to deter him. He retreated playfully, sparing Dromi from his vicious crawl.
助かったっす。
I'm so sorry about Kororo. And, by the way, which Ignis is Igloo staying at? Shit, y'all. Which igloo is Ignis staying at? Shortly after I was escorted to my igloo, he hurried outside. Was he already asleep?
ああ、兄貴なら縄張りの外で見張りっすね。
Standing watch?
そうっす。他の凶暴な魔獣がここを嗅ぎつけてないか確認してるんす。多分さっきここへ来るのに通った道にいるんじゃないですかね。
I see.
じゃ俺は自分の寝床に戻るっす。2つ隣の鉄道にいるんで、なんかあれば呼んでくださいっす。
Look, Kotone, I think you should let Kororo bite his ass. Just saying. I'm just saying. I don't like Dromi right now. I was cool with Dromi, but now he done pulled all those suspicious stunts. I don't like him. My little jelly bean. He's asleep. You can go to sleep here if you're so sleepy, Kororo. Don't wake him. I'm going outside for a bit. Girl. All right. Full stop. I wrapped a blanket around myself and ambled onto the snowy road. Midway, I made contact with an ice block and gasped at its coldness. I spot the werewolf, whose flames stuck out like a sore thumb in a sea of white. He wasn't doing much of anything. He stood in an upright position, gazing up at the evening sky absent-mindedly. Without saying a word, I approached him. She has some trekking to do. Jeez Louise. I stood beside Ignis, as if to mimic him. I look up at the sky. Snowflakes continued to float down from the sky. They were like translucent snow crystals, illuminating in the moonlight like jewels. Bestia's sky is beautiful at this time of night.
こんな血生臭い世界が綺麗な。んなこと言うやつ初めて見たぜ。こんなとこに来ていいのかよ。ようやく落ち着ける場所につけたってのに。
I can't relax without you.
明日は起きてすぐゲートへ戻るんだから早めに寝ろよな。
Yes, of course. I'll head right back, but I just wanted to check up on you. Shouldn't you sleep too, Ignis?
ああ、いわゆる寝ずの番ってやつだな。心配しなくても、一鉄や二鉄程度は魔獣にとっちゃ大した影響ねえよ。
I'm sure it's not. I see. That's good, I think. True! I don't know. She would not sneeze like that. In my case, not so much. The scattered glaciers, which denoted the range of intensify, where I left out. The scattered glaciers, which denoted the range, intensified the chill of winds blowing through them. Yikes.
言わんこっちゃね。つってもここじゃあな。
He trails off, taking a minute to look at our surroundings. I wasn't sure how much longer I could handle.
当たり前だが何もねえか。しゃあねえ。だったらこれが一番マシか。
Without asking for consent. Again with this. Girl. It takes out some of the romance. This is nothing. I've seen worse. Whatever. Let's go. Let's roll with it. Without asking for consent.
ほらよ、こんなら寒くねえだろ。
He was forceful, not so much aggressive as it was confident as he pulled me into him. My body was being gently embraced by Ignis.
もし暑かったら言えよ。一応問題ない程度にしてるけどよ。
Oh, darling, this is nothing. As soon as I made contact with his body, thank you. I was enveloped in warmth in more ways than one. Okay, I'll stop. He stared longingly at my face for a few moments.
あの時、俺を探しに来たコロロの必死な様子を見て、お前が一人でこのベスティアにいるって思って心臓が凍りついた。
He spoke from his heart softly, candidly.
お前がどこぞの魔獣に殺されちまったんじゃねえかって。
Jeez, yikes.
そんな光景を想像するだけでなりふり構わず吠えそうになっちまった。
That's it.
ことね、お前ちゃんとここにいんだな。この残酷な世界に食われねえで俺の隣でちゃんと生きてんだよな。
Ignis, as if to reaffirm his notions, pulls me closer into him. I notice his arms trembled against me. Yes, I'm alive. Thanks to the young fox boy. No, thanks to your mercy and commitment to this peace, or to peace, excuse me. To relieve him of his anxieties, this time I nestle my body into his.
そうか。俺の終わりのねえ喧嘩がお前の命をつなげたってなら。
I'll continue fighting, watch.
まあ、上々だよ。少なくとも無意味にはならねえ。
Alright, kids. A lifetime of fighting. Boy, you... What the fuck? You're only 25. That's not a lifetime. I let his I let his sentiment sink in for a moment as I pressed in closer. Hey, why are there so few firewolves who live in the stronghold?
ああ、ほとんどが殺されたからだな、昔に。
Yikes.
今じゃまともに戦える男は俺ぐらいしか残ってねえ。
Wow.
だから、ベスティアへ戻ってきた時には、こうやって見張りの番を引き受けてんだ。
That was my first inclination, and I anticipated his confirmation. Hearing it come out of his mouth, I couldn't shake the grief welling in my chest. Still, I want to get to know Ignis more. I want to know why he expressed so much contempt for this world, for his home from time to time. So I composed myself, hoping I wasn't prying too much.
話すのは構わねえさ。ただ、辛くなったら言えよ。途中でもやめっから。
No, Iggy. Okay. Just as I was about to ask, Ignis seemingly read my expression. He began to open up, unraveling his tragic history. And... Wait, what? We're not going to hear it? Or read it? The reasons which motivated him to become the greatest fighter Bestia had ever seen. What? We're not gonna... Oh, okay, I was about to say.